Hello YouTube, I'm Riley1 and I just saw Baby Driver last night. This first part will be spoiler free. I'll let you know when I get into spoilers. Now I had no prior knowledge to Baby Driver except for one trailer I saw a couple months ago. I had a really fun time with this film. It felt like a 2-hour music video and I mean that in a good way. The songs just flowed and the way that the editing stitched the scenes together was just perfect. And the music was also a character itself because of the way it was used more than just a regular song in a film. Either the lyrics were used to add an extra layer of depth to the scene, or ordinary objects and cuts were used to play to the beat of the song. For example, at one point Baby is placing coffee cups on a table, and every time he places a coffee cup, it is another beat to the song. A lot of scenes actually surprised me with how involved the music is, and at some points Baby's actually lip syncing to the songs. And when he's not doing that, he's dancing, and I swear at some points I thought it was going to turn into a musical. I don't mean that in a bad way, especially after seeing La La Land last year. It just had that sort of musical vibe. Ansel Elgort was great as Baby. I didn't really like him at the beginning of the film because he was always quiet and it was hard to find a reason to connect and care about him. I actually remember thinking in the theater, why do I care for you? You rob banks. But by the end, after his whole journey, I found myself caring about him and on the edge of my seat wondering where his fate will lead. Now I don't think there will be a sequel, which I'm not saying there has to be, but I wouldn't be surprised if the producers came out and said, yep, this is secretly a Fast and Furious spinoff. I know they're from different studios, but Baby would totally fit in with that team. Lily James was also great as Deborah, but I would say that her character is one of the only problems I have with the movie. I didn't fully understand why she risked so much just to be with the guy she met a week ago. I felt they had good chemistry, but the distance she was willing to go for him was just unbelievable with what we were given. The supporting cast was great. There were a few characters that were underused and we never see them again, but the film does explain why they don't come back, so I guess I can't use that against them. Basically, to wrap up this spoiler-free part of my review, Baby Driver is something unique and original I've never seen before. The cast is amazing, and everyone plays off each other great. The love story was the weakest part, which is disappointing because the chemistry was so good. I just wish we were given more to understand why they love each other. The movie is constantly building until it gets to the third act and pays off everything. The editing is incredible and the cinematography is never boring. And lastly, the music is amazing and enhances every single scene. My theater was only 50% full, so go out there and see this movie. Okay, spoiler talk. Come back when you've seen the movie. First off, I want to say, way to go, Doc, aka Kevin Spacey, you tricked me. I was waiting the entire movie for him to show how bad he could be. He did force Baby, aka Miles, to do those jobs, but he didn't turn on him. Luckily, he's a good enough guy that he ends up saving Baby and Deborah at the end from Buddy, aka John Hamm. I thought it was hilarious, by the way, how after killing Bats, aka Jamie Foxx, Baby runs into Buddy and Darling in the parking lot. What are the odds that would happen? John Hamm was so believable, having lost everything and wanting to kill Deborah and then Baby. It was such an intense fight in the parking lot. I was so happy when Buddy died. I was shocked at the very end when we find out that Baby has to go to jail for at least 5 years. It did make sense though. After everything he had done, it didn't matter that he had a good heart. So when we get that black and white shot of Deborah with the car, I was like, oh, is this about to turn into color? And it did, which was awesome because in a way, it was a sad ending and a happy ending all in one. Now I can finally drive into the sunset and play those songs about Baby. Thank you for watching my review. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and now I'm going to drift off the screen. Peace.